Hi everyone, and welcome to Splash and Nash. My name's Natasha, and today we're going to be doing this futuristic makeup look that I have going on here. If you want to see how to get that look, just stay tuned to this video. And if you enjoy the video, please hit that subscribe button down below. Also make sure you hit that like button and comment down below if you want to see different makeup looks in the future and what you maybe want to see. Leave that all down below for me and I will definitely make sure to check that out. Again, if you want to see the makeup look, just keep watching. Hi everyone, so to start this futuristic look we're going to do today, we're going to start with going in with some primer. So I'm going to take my Hangover FX primer by Too Faced and I'm just going to begin to apply that to my face. Next we're going to go in, this is my Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum. I'm in shade 100 Ivy, so I'm going to go in with this to apply my foundation. Just going to apply a couple drops here just to the back of my hand, and then just take my Real Technique sponge, damp, and start working that into the skin. Next, we're going to go in with the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. I'm going to go in with my shade Chantilly here. And we're going to highlight our face and under our eyes with that, as per usual. And go ahead and take your damp sponge again and just dab that out. Next, I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D setting powder here. This is in shade Translucent. I'm going to go ahead and bake under my eyes here to set them down. So you just want to dump a little bit into the top of the jar here. Go ahead, take a sponge, and set your under eyes with that. While that's baking, I'm going to go into my trusty NYX shadow here in Happy Hour and I'm going to do my brows with that as per usual. So once you think that powder has been baking for long enough, you can go ahead and just take a setting powder just to go ahead and brush that off. I'm of course going to use my Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, and this is in 001 Transparent. And also make sure you set the rest of your face with the same powder as well to lock in all the foundation for the day. So what actually inspired me to do this makeup look, a few months back I received this NYX eyeshadow and this is in Jaded. And it's this kind of greeny blue toned eyeshadow, and I don't know, I was just really inspired to do a look with this. So I decided that we are going to use it today. As you can see, there is this beautiful color, this kind of monochromatic there for us. So we're going to go ahead and use that. What I'm going to do here as well is I'm going to start and take some Scotch tape, good old Scotch tape, and I'm actually going to apply that under my eye so I get a really sharp line going across under there. It's a really cheap way to make that effect for you. So I'm going to take about an inch and a half, 2 inches of Scotch tape. And I'm going to line it right up to where the end of my eye, the eye corner, and then towards the brow there. First, I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow. I'm not sure what this is called. It's an 0 for 1 here. It's pretty neutral tone, so I'm going to go in just to start with the crease work with that. Okay, so we actually forgot to prime our eyes, so I already have that transition shade in the crease, but I'm just going to quickly go in with my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is just the original one. And I'm just going to apply this to the eyelid itself, just because I really want that color to pop, and I'm not sure if it will without this. So we're just going to apply that just on the lid. I'm going to go in with a gray type color. It almost has a shift of green in it, or an undertone of green, but it's just another ochre shade here that I have in my little Z palette. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the crease, but more along the outer V of the crease. So once you kind of have the shape down there, you're going to go ahead and just take a clean blending brush and go ahead and just blend those edges out. I'm going to take a dense brush here so it's very stiff. I'm going to go ahead and spray some water on it there for us. So now we're going to go into this next shade. Again, this is in the shade Jaded. I'm going to start placing that all over my eyelid there. Alright, so now once you have it packed on to the opacity that you like it, go ahead and take that clean blending brush again and start blending out where that color hits the crease there, so it's not a weird jagged line or a weird straight line. You want everything to blend into each other. Next, I'm going to go back in with that gray ochre shade here that I was using previously. And you can use anything you have in your collection, so it doesn't have to be this ochre exact shadow. Go ahead and use any gray that you have in your collection. And I'm going to just build that crease up a little more with that color. And again, taking that clean blending brush that you had and building up those edges there. Honestly, to get a nice eye look, all you have to make sure you're doing is just blending, blending, blending. And it 90% of the time turns out looking good as long as everything is blended out. Alright, so this turned out a little bit more green than I expected it to. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go in with my Makeup Forever Professional palette, the Artiste 3 palette here. And I'm going to go into this blue shade just on the right here, and I'm going to apply that to the center of my lid just to give it a more blue effect, because it did turn out a little bit more green than I anticipated. Okay, I'm going to go actually in with my finger here to apply that. See that blue? And I'm actually going to place it on with my finger. And then at this point it's just kind of a back and forth, building up any colors that you feel necessary to bring out a little bit more. So right now I'm going back in with that gray one more time. So I'm just going to go in under my eyebrows just with a highlight shade there. Alright, so once you are happy with the look as it is, you can go ahead and carefully just remove that tape and see how we have that sharp line there. So next I'm going to go in with my liquid liner. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm going to go ahead and just line my eyes. So once the liquid liner is applied how you like it, next if you want to, you can go ahead and apply some false lashes, which I am going to do today. So I'm just going to start by prepping my lashes with some mascara and giving them a quick curl. Next I'm going to go ahead and pick a pair of lashes out of my little lash drawer here. So I'm going to go in with these. These are the iLulu lashes. I just got these off Amazon, and it's a pack of 10 different lashes for, I want to say it was like $15 or something along those lines. Now you're always going to want to place your lashes on first to see if you will need to cut them down to your desire or if they will be what you're looking for. A lot of the time you do need to cut them down if they're a little bit too long for your eyes or whatnot, so always be careful before you just go ahead and plop glue on and stick them on. Sometimes you will need to cut them down. While those go ahead and completely dry, we're going to go in and I'm just going to line my bottom liner here. This is the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Liner. So what I'm going to do, go ahead and do first, I'm going to put this over that brown shade we're using our crease. We're going to just start by putting that under the eye. Next, what you're going to want to do is go in with that gray color that we used. And we're just going to want to go right up in the water, almost in the waterline there, and just start smudging that out so that black doesn't look so harsh in the waterline. So next I'm just going to take some mascara here, apply it to the top and the bottom lashes just to blend the lashes together, as well as add some, of course, mascara to the bottom ones. And lastly for the eyes, I'm going to go in with a highlight shade. So I'm going to use this, it's like a very light gold almost color, silvery gold. And I'm just going to pop that right into the corners of the eyes. Alright, and that's the completed eye look. So let's move on and finish up the face here quickly. So as usual, we're going to start with a bronzer. Just start warming up your face. This bronzer was the Pure Cosmetics Mineral Glow Bronzing Powder. We're going to go in with the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D and just into that first bottom shade just down here. And I'm just going to carve out the hollows of my cheekbones. Now back and forth, always make sure you're blending upwards. And then quickly contour the nose. Make sure you bring that all the way up to your eyebrows there, and we're just using that same color. Next, we're going to go in with some blush. I'm going to take the Blush and Bronzer Mini Palette. This is by Coastal Scents, I believe. And I am going to go in with this actually dark pink shade right here and apply that to the cheeks. I'm going to go in with this Vintage Illuminating Face Highlight Set, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to take that pink shade right there on the left and go ahead and highlight the cheekbones. So lastly, what we're going to do is just apply some lips. I think what we're going to do is go in with the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick, and this is in the shade Sandstorm. Lastly, we're going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I'm going to go ahead and set my face so this stays in place all night. I like to use a generous amount on my face. Wait for that to dry. Alright guys, this is the finished look we have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Like up the video, something else in the future that you would like to see from me, leave it in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and bye guys.